How do you feel about
We are coming to you live from Lindsey Nelson Stadium, home of the Columbia Central Lions on Murray County Public Schools game day. I'm Chris Yao, joined as always by, got his name on the back and everything, Drake Colley.
I do have my name on the back of this jersey.
Wearing the crimson of the Tide here on Murray County Public School game day.
It's the third Friday in October.
It is
and
indeed.
Keith Stacy, our in-house statistician, reminded me that the third Friday in October is always followed, no matter what, by the third Saturday.
Every single time.
In October.
Never fails.
So, right, Keith? I mean, that's the way it is.
Every time. I think that math works.
Okay.
Every year.
All right. And, man, we had it just very quickly on the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour that airs from Monday, Thursday, and Friday, 4 to 5. We had Tony Basilio on the show today, and he's kind of the Paul Feinbaum of East Tennessee, Knoxville area, and has a big call-in show and does all this stuff. So we had him on today, and we were talking with Tony about leading up to this game and what a difference 2 weeks makes, because 2 weeks ago, number 1, Alabama went down, and then number 4, Tennessee went down
On the same night. And
on the same within a 7-hour period, let's say.
Yeah, so I watched the Vanderbilt game, and honestly, when I turned it over there, they were ahead, but it was early, and I thought this won't hold up. But I kept watching, and right at the end of the game, the Tennessee game was just minutes away from starting. And as a Tennessee fan, I said, I can't turn off this game.
That's me. I did not either. I didn't turn it off either.
I've got to see how this one ends.
That's right.
And when Vanderbilt pulled that upset, I'm sitting there thinking, please, Tennessee.
Yep.
Please beat Arkansas.
And then Arkansas. And then even after that night 2 weeks ago, that's 2 Saturdays ago, the next Saturday, both of those teams, Alabama and Tennessee, which are favored by well over 3 touchdowns, they come within
squeakers
a hair of losing those ball games.
Both at home too.
And so, what a difference 2 weeks can make in a football season. And I know we're at a high school game and we're talking college football, but it's football. It's that time of year. It's cooler weather. It's getting darker earlier now. The sun is still in our eyes right now, but it's about to set. I mean, it's the Fall Classic World Series is getting set right now. They're playing. I mean, it's just a tremendous time.
Great time for the calendar.
The best time of the year. It really is. Everything comes together here right now in the middle of October.
It does, and you're talking about what a difference 2 weeks make. Now, in hindsight, Chris, you agree with me or not on this, but did we not start to see Tennessee maybe not be what we thought they were?
Oh, absolutely.
In the Oklahoma game, and then, of course, the Arkansas game. And for Alabama fans, did that start in the second half of
the Georgia game? Well, the last 5 halves of football played
for
by
both teams,
played by Alabama and played by Tennessee, have not been what you would call standard football for either university. And one is struggling to stop offenses, and the other one is struggling to get their offense going.
Exactly.
So those two opposites collide. Those two polar opposites collide tomorrow in Knoxville at 2:30, and it's going to be, it's I don't know. We were talking
stoppable object and movable.
We were talking to Tony Basilio, who has a radio show every day of the week, call in up in Knoxville, and he gets all the Tennessee, and of course he gets a lot of different fans, but mostly Tennessee fans calling in. And I said, well, who's gonna win? He said, I don't know who's gonna win, Drake. He said, but I know this. I'm not dumb enough to put any money on it. He said, there's just no way you can probably predict this game. And I said, well, you know what it feels like to me? Normally going into the third Saturday in October, one team is feeling a little bit cockier than the other. That's playing a little bit better, looking a little bit better than the other. So you have that fan base kind of walking around with their chest stuck out. But this year, this time around, I think there's so many question marks on both Tennessee side and Alabama side that neither fan base feels really very comfortable about being boisterous and predicting that their team's going to beat the other.
Not at all. In fact, there's a lot of apprehension.
Well, I mean,
Tennessee's they're playing obviously in Knoxville. That could or could not make a difference. Now, Alabama's favored. The last I looked by 3.
Right. Oh, yeah. Alabama's favorite. And if somebody grabbed my arm, put it behind my back, and started twisting it like they used to in the old days, say uncle, and they said, okay, put a bet on, you're going to have, here's $100, put a bet on one team or the other. I'm not so sure if I just wouldn't take the home team in this game. And even though I'm a big Alabama fan, but if somebody, made me bet on it, I don't know if I could bet on Alabama.
Vegas thinks you're a 6-point favorite.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where they get that. I
mean, they got them -3, and then you get 3 points for being at home. That's at least 2, so it's 5 or 6.
And I think the only reason that is because Alabama's ability to score when they have the football against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt methodically went up and down the field, held the ball. Alabama could not get the ball back enough, even though they scored 35 points. They couldn't stop Vanderbilt, and they gave up 40 and got beat, but they couldn't get the ball back from Vanderbilt.
Yeah, the time of possession in that game was
like
3
to 1
on the side of Vanderbilt, but Alabama can score so quickly.
Right, and so and that's good coaching on Clark Lee's part. And Diego Pavia, the quarterback, is methodically getting down the field. And if you're Alabama's defense and you can't stop them on third down, then you're not going to be able to get the ball, stop those drives, get the ball back to your offense so you can score. And on the flip side of that coin, the team like Vanderbilt is scoring. So you're just on the losing end. And I don't know. I think Alabama, the only reason Alabama's favored tomorrow is because of their propensity to be able to score when they have the ball.
But I still think Tennessee's got the best defense in the Southeastern Conference right now,
if not
front
the
to
nation.
back.
But I'll tell you what, it always happens. And teams, it happens with South Carolina. It happens with Vanderbilt. It happens when teams go up against play Alabama.
You're getting their best shot.
The worst quarterback. I mean, the worst. Even though Nico has not thrown for over 200 yards in the last 3 games, but he's very likely against Alabama to come out and throw for 350 tomorrow. I mean,
that secondary is certainly susceptible to it. That's the thing.
I hope he looks more like Hendon Hooker and less like Nico in the last 3 games.
Ain't no doubt. I'm telling you, the third Saturday is always fun, and we're super excited about it. But before we get to the third Saturday, Drake, it is the third Friday, and we've got some high school football talk about. We're going to do that on the other side of a break.
Oh, we can't talk about it right now?
We'll talk about.
We're going to take a break first?
Chris Pointer is over there excited, getting ready to talk about this.
Chris says, dang all this college football. We need to talk.
Listen, I'm just listening to y'all talk.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking and hopes and dreams.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's all.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. And
I'm going to say my prayers before I go to bed tonight.
You and me
promise.
both.
Me and Carl.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Carl in the downward dog position saying his prayers before we get in bed.
So let's take a quick break. When we come back, Chris Pointer might have something to say about some high school sports. We've got a couple of games tonight we want to talk about. So stick around here on the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. We'll be back in a moment.
Got wings? Alex's Tacos and Wings, winner of the best Mexican food and tacos in Maury County. But did you know that we also have all kinds of the best chicken wings? What's your favorite flavor? Like them hot? Pair your meal with a drink from the bar. Delicious food for the entire family is moments away. Alex's Tacos and Wings, 2202 Circle Drive in Columbia. Visit alexstacosandwings.com or check us out on Facebook. Alex's Tacos and Wings. Come take a bite.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We're here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
Are you tired of living with neuropathy? If you're living with pain and numbness in your feet, then you understand that most treatments only target the symptoms of your neuropathy. At the Dr. Gill Center, our customized therapies target the underlying causes of neuropathy, promoting healing and helping to restore function. Are you ready to say goodbye to pain and limitations of neuropathy and hello to a brighter, pain-free future? Call 615-794-0800 and ask about our $49 special. Take the first step. Start living pain-free with Dr. Gill Center. Call me painfree.com.
Office space available in beautiful downtown Columbia. Kennedy Broadcasting Company, WKRM and WKOM, has 3 offices for rent in its downtown building. Each office is approximately 18 by 18, and each includes a closet-type storage area. Included are utilities, Wi-Fi, and communal break area. Contact Station Manager Clayton Harris at 931-626-3131.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
Welcome back to the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. We've got some special guests here on the set with us. A couple of players from Columbia Central and head coach Tredarius Goff joining us. And we're going to talk a little bit about these guys we've got with us in just a moment. Drake, tell us who we've got.
Tredarius Goff, the head coach of Columbia Central Lions. And can I be the first to say we are sorry about your loss of your family.
Okay, I appreciate that.
We talked about that earlier in the day, and we're sorry about losing your grandmother, and to all the people out there with grandparents, just hold them tight, tell them you love them, and we're sorry about your loss.
Most definitely, I appreciate that.
Okay.
And that was my message to my kids this week. To go, hold them tight and appreciate the ones you love.
Because you never know.
Yep, you never know.
When's the last time you're going to see them and be able to do that?
Yep, and good thing with me, Friday walking off the field was my last time seeing her because she went on a cruise immediately after that. So that's my memory of last seeing her was me walking off the field, her giving me a hug. So,
well, we're certainly thinking about you and your family, and we're sorry for that.
I appreciate that.
Okay, this is our Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show, and on our Game Day Show, we have the home team coach, which is head coach Tredarius Goff, and he brings us a couple of his players. And today we have number 65, Zach Cole, who is a center for the Lions. And we have number 12, Kason Tice. Fellas, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
All right. And as I have kind of made the joke off air, I said, Zach is the center. I said, every single offensive play, you touch the ball first. The ball goes through you.
Yes, sir.
Maybe sometimes not to the quarterback. A lot of the wildcat. We see a lot of the wildcat going on
Direct
now, Coach,
snap to
where
the
they
running
just
back.
direct snap to the running backs. Matter of fact, we see a lot of that with the Mount Pleasant Middle School with Deontay Webster, number 3, and he's a special player. And they just move the quarterback out on the wide receiver spot and just snap it right to Deontay, and off he went. So, but you're also with your good friend and your classmate. Both of you all are seniors, Kason Tice, and Kason, you're wide receiver. So you're on the receiving end of whoever's throwing it. You don't care who's throwing it, just as long as they throw it near you and where you can get your hands on it or a hand on it and make a play, right? All right, guys, you're over halfway through the season. Tonight you got Franklin County. What do you two guys, what's Coach Goff been coaching you up for to expect from Franklin County?
Definitely just to stay together as a team this game, make sure we're staying focused and just improving on the things that we've already been working on, everything that we've already put in through the season. This game is just about putting it all together and just executing and getting it done.
What do you think, Kason? I mean,
yeah, really just building on that, just perfecting our game and just finishing drives, everything like that.
Now, Coach, Franklin County, served me correctly, in your region, they're on the bottom half of that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're just going to lay down when we get out on the field or not.
Not at all. Not at all. They're not going to lay down. They're going to fight. And, they're going to come out and play hard. Coach Hayward, he's going to have them ready to go, and they're going to come out and battle tonight.
Now, what do you know about their players, their quarterback, their running back? What do they like to do? What can we expect watching the ball game? What can we expect out of Franklin County tonight?
They like to run a lot of counter and buck sweep, and they'll throw some curls and get it to players in space. They got a nice-sized running back. He'll come downhill and run hard. It's just going to be on us controlling the line of scrimmage and stopping it to the point where they're not going to get comfortable running the ball, and we have to force them to do something that they don't want to do and make them put it in the air and try to make plays through the air and get it to people in space.
Mr. Cole, Mr. Tice, this is your senior year. This is your last home game, essentially playing here in the stadium and, playing for 4 years, being at Central High School. What are some of your fondest memories that you have playing in this stadium?
Definitely the playoff game we got our freshman year. The energy the energy in this stadium will definitely be something I'll always miss. That's pretty much it. All the games have just been good. We've always had a good brotherhood here, just staying strong and moving forwards. We've went through plenty of coaches, and we've just been through. We've been through plenty of difficulties and just stuff, but we always stay together and just have been pushing through. And that's definitely one thing that's been preached this year and going on into the future team is that we just got to stay together and push through.
Mr. Tice?
Just going off of that, all we do is we just play together, and that's all we can do, and just score touchdowns, stop on defense, everything like that. It's nice.
So what are y'all's plans after high school?
Probably going to college. I plan on maybe physical therapy right now. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I plan on going to college and doing occupational therapy with physical therapy, that type of stuff.
So as a senior and you getting ready to leave and move on, what is one message that you want to leave your teammates, especially those juniors and sophomores and freshmen currently on the team right now? What's a message that you want to leave with them, something that you wish you would have probably done as a freshman that you may have picked up on a little later?
Just keep a positive attitude. Definitely through all the changes and everything, we've had some bad attitudes, just spoil some good kids. You just keep a positive attitude going all the way through and make the best out of everything.
Yeah, we just got to keep the brotherhood together and allow positive attitudes to reflect on everybody instead of negative. It's just, positive is better than negativity.
Absolutely. Coach Goff, as I see you brought your center for your offensive line tonight, and he's a senior. So the center, kind of the quarterback of the offensive line. He picks out blocking schemes and who to pick up. And how many other seniors are on your offensive line, Zach?
This year it's just me and Dravius. Yeah, it's just me and Dravius left.
So these guys on the offensive line, they definitely look to Dravius, and they look to you guys, and you all kind of as seniors expect them, but when you all say something, you expect them to kind of
listen
up and listen to what you're trying to teach them, tell them. Coach Goff, that's important as a coach to have the older guys on that offensive line because, the trenches, football is all about in the trenches, right?
Yes, most definitely.
So tell us about how important it is to have the older guys like Jarabius and like Zach out there helping your staff to bring those younger players along.
Man, it's very important. We young in the trenches on offensive line. Sometimes we start three sophomores at one point. We got Isaiah Curry. He's a junior, but Zach does a great job of communicating with the guys on pass blocking schemes, on who we gonna block. I see Jarabius communicating with the guard on if we cross blocking or I'm going to linebacker. So those guys do a great job of holding that unit accountable and leading them and leading them in the right direction and having them on the right path. And that's what I tell them. Communication is key. We communicate before the play. As long as you and the guy beside you know what y'all doing and y'all do it, and everything else will take care of itself.
There you go. Hey, guys, tonight is going to be the last football game played on this natural turf here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. So you guys just get in there and cleat it up and just tear it up like a bunch of old mules out there just rooting around out there. Just tear it up because it's going to be. This is it, right? Isn't that right, Coach?
Yeah.
AD Pointer.
Yep.
It's going to be all torn up after this.
Torn up.
Gone.
Yep.
Isn't that something?
After
Man,
Saturday.
It'll
be all turf. Yeah, long time coming. It's going to be beautiful. Coach Goff has seen a sneak peek of what it's going to be, and I just recommend all the players grab a handful of grass and dirt and shovel, put it in a cup, a Ziploc bag, a mason jar, put something on it, and let everybody know what, because it ain't going to be, it's not going to be any dirt, no grass on this field at all. So, but, Coach Goff, talk about this senior class, why they're special to you, what has impressed you the most about this senior class, and just, what they've been able to bring to the table, and obviously what you've been with them the last 3 years, I guess you say.
One thing that stand out to me for this class is they resilient, man. Going through everything they've been through, 3 coaches in 3 years. It takes a lot for a kid to, stay locked in and want to succeed in anything like that without stability, and they hold each other accountable, like they said. They work hard. They come daily. I didn't have to worry about those guys missing practice or playing hooky or doing anything like that. They pull the rope like I asked them to do, and they play hard. We came up short 3 times this year so far, but every game these guys, they never lay down. They play hard. They try to do everything I ask them to do, and I really appreciate them. Me coming in my first year coaching as the head coach last year, they was able to, let me know that I was becoming the head coach. Well, not this class, but the class before them. But as players, they was able to let me know that I was becoming the head coach. And it just meant a lot to me, and they'll always have a place in my heart. And like I said, I appreciate all the hard work that they put in and trying to get this program back on the right track.
And I think the key word you used right there was resilience. And that is mean for you guys that are seniors now. The number of coaches that you've been through, you have to – because each coach – has kind of their own philosophy to coach, their own way they coach, the way that they communicate with players. And as far as players, you guys have to adapt to that, right? You have to be resilient and understand what they're trying to communicate with you. But the last coach might not have communicated in the same way, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So resilience, coaches. Kids are resilient. They'll give you as much focus and attention and respect as you give them, or at least they should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
But for the most part, I think kids understand the situation that new coaches are in, and new coaches understand the situation that their players are in when they first arrive to a program. So I commend you on your progress, and things. There are brighter days ahead.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? Next year we'll be breaking in this brand new, beautiful field, and who knows what could happen. You guys come back and visit, and you might be out of state. Yeah, come watch a couple games and hang out, and this way you might not leave with a headache. You know what I mean? So that'll be a good thing. As we move forward, and we were talking about it before you guys got here, and we got off on a little college tangent, but it is the third Friday in October. And tomorrow is big Tennessee-Alabama game. Do you guys have anybody you're going to – I just want to take a little poll here.
I'm a Michigan man. I'm a Big Ten fan.
Chris, there you go.
That's interesting.
So you really don't have you don't have a dog in that hunt.
It's interesting because, well, of course, he's the big guy. Right, so they love their linemen up in Michigan.
That's
so
right.
That's a good call on your part. I won't lie.
Okay, Kaysen, what about it? Do you have one? Are you leaning one way or the other?
Roll Tide.
See, there you go. Now, see, Kaysen. Now, don't say that because I have this jersey on. You Roll Tide guy. Okay, there you go. Coach Golf, I know you're probably going to lean towards the Vols a little bit, I would guess.
I'm a Tide fan as well.
Oh, I was see.
Hightower went.
And I just want the people out there and our viewers and people watching this. I had no idea that was going to be their answer. I was just taking a quick poll. But
now, as we have to mention this because you mentioned Coach Hayworth. Tennessee legend, VFL baby, on the other sideline, head coach tonight, Tracy Hayworth. So you got,
okay, all right,
I'm just, it's gonna be a big time.
There's a lot of rivalries in the air.
Watch out,
Coach Golf, Kaysen Tice, Zach Cole. Good luck tonight. We wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you,
Enjoy your last home football game, and may it be the best one that you ever played. And go out there and take care of business against Franklin County.
Most definitely. That's what we look forward to doing.
There we go.
Yes,
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back here on the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show right after these messages.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Do you want to be a bad man? Yes, you do. Do you want to taste sweet salvation underneath the summer moon? Do you need another hand now? Yes, you do. Go see Miss Josie down on Columbus Avenue. All right, Columbus Avenue.
He shoots, and he scores!
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family-owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley. And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Ford, Foster Insurance Agency here in downtown Columbia. We've been here since 1952, located at 204 West 4th Street. We specialize in commercial insurance. We write home, auto, and life insurance. We write anything from your bulldozer to your helicopter, from churches to bars. Come see myself, Mike, Shelby, or Nikki. We'll be happy to take care of you. We specialize in service.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, but they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Murray County Public Schools Game Day Show. Chris, Drake Colley sitting down.
Here we go.
With
we are so
hanging out with us now. Jonathan Berry in the house. Gonna be a lot of fun, man. We got all kind of cool stuff going on here.
We are field side here at
let's go.
Lindsey Nelson Stadium, right next to Jim Cartwright Field. And we will be bringing you the live broadcast at 7 o'clock kickoff of Franklin County at Columbia Central Lions tonight, as Barry Duke and Maverick Dickinson will be bringing you the play-by-play from the Marion Will Hoyt press box inside the Dan Jane Media Center.
There you go.
Is that right? Did I get that right?
I think you got them all.
And if you folks don't have anything to do, just throw it on a light jacket. It's going to be a little cool tonight. Keith Stacy, can you give us a weather report from tell them what's going on? It's good. It's clear skies. I know that.
60s tonight.
Down the 60s tonight.
So it's not as cool as it has been, but it feels pretty cool right now.
Starting
to feel cool.
Yeah.
Be 51 at 9.
But I mean, it's football weather, man. Come on, it feels good.
All right, so change that to the 50s.
Okay. Hey, and what I'm trying to tell our listeners and our people that are watching us, and our people that are watching us, put the camera on me.
Hold on.
Let's bring the camera over
here. There we go.
There we go. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm trying to tell these folks, hey, it's Friday night. You looking for something to do? Kids are a little running around the house and they want to get out and run off some energy. Bring them down here to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Watch a great game between Franklin County and the Columbia Central Lions tonight. And grab a hot dog, cheeseburger from the concession stand.
If you can't make it, you can, of course, watch it on Kennedy Broadcasting.
I'd rather see them here live.
I would love to.
I want to see them.
But you never know.
I want to see them right here.
There are plenty of people who can't get out of the house or whatever, and they rely on, of course, Barry Duke and Maverick Dickens. So if you need to, you can watch us live worldwide.
There you go.
On
there
WKOM, WKRM.
We've got the legend, Jonathan Legend Barry, with us right here on the end, and he's back from fall break vacation and
from the wonderful state of Alabama. Yeah, we're down there for
Gulf Shores area.
And I believe half of Murray County was down there, man.
Did you actually? I mean, you can't get away from people.
On the way down there was Murray County, Sumner, Wilson, Williamson, Cars, all the way down there.
All the way down there and all the way back.
And then it was a six and a half hour trip down and a 9-hour trip back with traffic. So.
Well, we're just glad to see you back with all that bad weather with Milton moving through. The center of Florida. We're just glad everybody came back safe from the panhandle of Florida and ready to get back to work.
Yeah, but the panhandle was spared this time, so they got lucky this time.
And I know with folks down at the Murray County Public School downtown office like Eric Perryman, cracking the whip, making sure that everything gets done.
Cracking the whip.
Yeah, and, and making sure people are in line and getting the job done.
Drake,
and we want to bring in – We want to bring in one of your main facility directors right here. His name is Dave Hall. Dave, come on in, join us. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine.
Welcome to the Game Day Show, the Murray County Public School Game Day Show. Now, I asked what your official title was, and I'm going to tell you what they told me, and you tell me if they were right. The facilities director. Does that ring a bell?
I got a raise.
You got a title.
I got a title now. I can print a new business card.
Now look, whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But let me tell you
right.
Let me tell you what else I was told about you.
Oh boy.
That nothing gets done throughout Murray County Public Schools without you okaying it and you watching over the projects. Is that true?
Well, since Eric's sitting down there, that's right. Yes.
And so if we were in tell us what's going to happen. Can you tell the folks what's going to happen to this field right here behind us after this game is played?
Well, it's going to start to get torn up. We're investing pretty heavily in all of our big fields to get some artificial turf down, and it'll be a dust storm here for a few days.
I've got some bare spots at my house on the yard. Can we cut out a few pieces and can I take them?
There will be plenty to haul off and stick in the back of your Cadillac.
Well, I tell you what, I might come over here and get a couple because. But honestly, I mean, let's talk about what's really going to happen here. I mean, it's going to be completely flattened out like Mount Pleasant was.
Yes.
There were couple of hundred truckloads of dirt taken off of Mount Pleasant because of the crown in the middle of the field.
And you'll look at this. I mean, you think it's flat.
This one's
but
bigger.
there's a good crown to it. So there's going to be a lot of dirt taken out of here, and it's going to be flat. And I don't remember the exact specs, but I think it's like 1% when they get the laser on it.
It'll have a half percent.
A 0.5% crown.
Yeah, this has a 2.5 foot crown on it.
Yeah.
We were over here Tuesday.
And that's a lot of dirt.
That's a lot of dirt.
And just imagine all the history that's taken place. That's what's kind of cool to me is all the games, all the generations of players that have played and teams that have played on this dirt right here. And it's going to be taken out, leveled down.
Drake, you think they'll find any chin strap snaps?
There's no telling what they'll find in there. I mean, it's really somebody with a metal detector might ought to go out there and give it a good once over to see what's out there. But
not any bulldogs buried out there like at Mississippi State.
And well, they could,
hopefully not a lion.
So referees could have lost a few silver dollars flipping the coins out there. And I got a real quick joke, a real quick story. My dad used to referee high school football for 25 years. It was the bicentennial year, 1976. They had just come out with the bicentennial silver dollars, and a guy named Eddie Baker, was on the crew with my dad, and he bought a roll of the brand new silver dollars. And so they went to Mount Pleasant or somewhere. I think it was Mount Pleasant. And my dad never had any money on him, so they get ready to come out on the field, and right before they get ready to leave the locker room, my dad says, "Hey, Baker, you got a coin?" He goes, "Jerry, I don't have anything right now. All I got is these rolls of silver dollars." He goes, "Well, let me just have one of them. I got to have something to flip out there for the kickoff." So they go out there, and he gets the captains together, and he says, "All right, blue team, you call it." And Mount Pleasant calls it, and he throws it up there, and he says heads, and it lands on heads. And he said, "You won the toss, Mount Pleasant." He said, "You want to kick or receive?" He goes, they said, "Well, we'll receive." And he said, "And you also won a brand new silver dollar." And he hands the silver dollar to the kid, and the kid takes it and tears off. And he said Eddie Baker was madder than a hornet about it, and he just knew. But that's just kind of fun that those old referees back in the days used to have. They didn't get paid anything, but they enjoyed loading up in a car and driving to somewhere and doing a ball game. But one of the coolest things, Dave, that I saw at Mount Pleasant was when they put in the new turf when you guys put in the new turf at Mount Pleasant, you could see all the way to the other end zone, from one end zone to the other. Here, the way it's crowned, it's kind of hard to see it. You know what I mean? But on that flat turf field, you can just see it. And then when you talk to the players about playing on a flat turf field, it's totally different than playing on a crowned field. Running and tackling or doing what you do as a football player.
And what's amazing, with the prep work that they do before the turf even goes down, is the flatness of it with the laser. And, as a guy that used to catch passes a lot, when you're trying to run and you get the ups and downs and ups and downs, and
you're concentrating, you're not watching your feet,
but your feet drop out.
You get on the incline or go up, you're either kind of stumbling or falling, it feels like. So
and it'll play faster for them, and it'll be nice and flat and very predictable.
Now, you've got projects going on everywhere. And folks around Murray County, people at unit schools from Hampshire to Culleoka to Santa Fe. And then you've got you got the brand new Battle Creek, and you've got all this stuff going on. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's some people out there that go, "Well, dadgummit, when are they going to get to my school?" Can you tell these folks? Can you tell them that the cavalry is going to come and will be there eventually? Just hang on.
We look at we project out costs and projects and stuff for the next 5 years. And the biggest challenge in Murray County is the growth, and everybody knows it, just trying to get in line, for a burger someplace. But so we've noticed that there's something that can be done anywhere and everywhere. So we strategically, and Eric does a very good job at it, trying to make sure that everybody gets a little piece of something. And if it doesn't happen this year, it'll probably happen next year. So we recognize that there's things that we can do inside the buildings that no one even knows that we've done, but we got to keep the perception up to the taxpayers of where their money's going, and things that we do, to each school to help expand that and raise the level of play and raise the level of learning at each of these buildings.
And so and our main point here is people that are worried about, I haven't seen anything at Hampshire yet, or I haven't seen the baseball fields the same at Spring Hill or whatever. The message to those folks is, hey,
it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
We promise. But we're going to make this promise to you. It's coming. Just hang on. This is a county-wide Murray County Public School redo on pretty much upgrading all sports facilities across the county. Will you agree to that, Eric Perryman?
Yeah, completely. We're finishing up the drawings on a building at Culleoka, I signed the agreement today to start the Hampshire project as far as design. And so we're by the time we get through with Spring Hill High School, we move to Hampshire and to Culleoka. Every high school we have will have had a major improvement addition to their sports facilities, upgrades. We've got things on the field here. We're working with the park to upgrade concession stand. The park's going to do the visitors' locker room. It's about time. They're going to work on that. But at Central, we're working on the back gym right now. We have 24 sports at Central, and by the end of this year, every sport will have their own locker room. And that's through.
And that's never been done.
That is
was non-existent before.
Non-existent, and that's utilizing spaces that we have. Dave, Glenn Hanna that works for me, Chris, they've been tasked to think out of the box on a lot of things, and it's just trying to make sure that kids have what they need. And when you come to school, you know, we're big enough now. We are the 14th largest school district in the state of Tennessee. There's enough money coming into this district now and into this county that it can't be we're going to rely on somebody's daddy to come fix things the way that we used to. And we're trying to make things better for everybody at every school. Your athlete at Hampshire is just as important to you as the athlete here, and we have to treat that way too.
Well, if Maury County's 14th, like you just said,
and I think one of them's the virtual school district that's larger than us. So physically, we're the 13th largest.
Okay, so if we're physically the 13th, Maury County Public Schools is the 13th largest in the state of Tennessee. It has to be one of the handful of counties that stand alone. You know, that don't meet up or butt up to a metropolitan area, right? Because really Maury County kind of sits out there by itself.
Well, you know, technically we are included in metropolitan Nashville numbers now. So every person that moves to Maury County, when they give you a Nashville's growth rate, Maury County is included in that growth rate.
Okay,
now.
I see.
So we
even though we don't even touch Davidson County.
No, they've extended it all the way down to Mount Pleasant.
Nashville's big backyard, baby.
Big backyard. A new resident in Mount Pleasant counts as a new resident in Metro Nashville.
There you have it.
That's insane.
You heard it first, folks, right here on Maury County Public School Game Day Show. Yeah, Dave, what's up?
Let me take one quick minute on one quick story. When I got here 9 years ago, my first project was to tear down the Mount Pleasant grandstands and build those new ones down there. And the coach down there asked me, can we move this grandstand in 15 or 20 feet? And I looked, and you can tell that there used to be a track around there. And I said, well, you'll never have a track. He says, we don't have a track team, so it doesn't matter.
Oops.
And that's when I started to look at Maury County and the athletics. And I remember having a conversation with one of the board members, because so much of it's focused on academics, which is good. But I just said, you know, if it wasn't for athletics, I'd probably been in jail in high school and probably not gone to and done the things that I did in sports, because there are athletic scholarships to these colleges.
Sure, there are. Absolutely,
and I would say that our guys with Miss Ventura and Eric and Chris Penner, they've raised the level, they've raised the bar, and they've even created policies and standards for athletics. And like, we're spending a ton of money on all of these schools to raise up
reason.
What's that?
For a reason.
Oh, for a reason, and it's not everybody going to the north county to the north of us anymore.
Right.
We're realizing what's going on down here, and they're making some noise.
And like you just said, Dave, you've got not only the athletes nowadays. You've got band scholarships. You've got cheerleader scholarships.
Yeah.
You know, there are all these scholarships that are out there, and these are scholarships that are related or satellites around the sports, the sports teams from the high schools.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it's an important. It's just as, you know, it's tough to say it, and people might say I'm wrong, but I feel it's just as important as academics.
Well, don't take this the wrong way. We're not just Mule Days in Columbia. We're Maury County.
Right.
And people are recognizing, you know, our athletic programs and our classes and the things that are being brought up higher and higher and higher standards on every level.
Right. And as as far as just a pride level for people to come out to the ballpark tonight, see what's going on around us. Very impressive. We're up against another break. This is the Maury County Public School System's Game Day Show. I see the big kahuna's in the house. We're going to have her on next. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, I should have told you.
This is Tripp Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
Got wings? Alex's Tacos and Wings, winner of the best Mexican food and tacos in Maury County. But did you know that we also have all kinds of the best chicken wings? What's your favorite flavor? Like 'em hot? Pair your meal with a drink from the bar. Delicious food for the entire family is moments away. Alex's Tacos and Wings, 2202 Circle Drive in Columbia. Visit alexstacosandwings.com or check us out on Facebook. Alex's Tacos and Wings. Come take a bite.
We at Holland's Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Holland's Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We're here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
Are you tired of living with neuropathy? If you're living with pain and numbness in your feet, then you understand that most treatments only target the symptoms of your neuropathy. At the Dr. Gill Center, our customized therapies target the underlying causes of neuropathy, promoting healing and helping to restore function. Are you ready to say goodbye to pain and limitations of neuropathy and hello to a brighter, pain-free future? Call 615-794-0800 and ask about our $49 special. Take the first step. Start living pain-free with Dr. Gill Center. Call me painfree.com.
Office space available in beautiful downtown Columbia. Kennedy Broadcasting Company, WKRM, and WKOM has 3 offices for rent in its downtown building. Each office is approximately 18 by 18, and each includes a closet-type storage area. Included are utilities, Wi-Fi, and communal break area. Contact Station Manager Clayton Harris at 931-626-3131.
Welcome back into the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. Chris Yao, Drake Colley coming. Lindsey Nelson Stadium, Jim Cartwright Field in beautiful Columbia as we are getting ready here for, and you know, it is, well, he's leaving on me, so I won't talk trash just yet. We'll talk trash in a minute.
Where's John Legendberry going?
Listen, it's not just the third Saturday in October, Drake, because I got a rivalry.
I know it's the third Friday in October.
I got a rivalry with you tomorrow, but next Wednesday night, Jonathan Berry and I are going to be the least of friends as Jacksonville State hosts Middle Tennessee State down in Jacksonville, Alabama, in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I got to do a lot of fighting up here this week. It's I'm not
it
going.
Sounds like you all need to.
I wish I were, but I'm not.
That night, you all need to red-naked-nize.
Well, I tell you what, I think Coach Mason and his crew at Middle are probably not looking too good this year.
They're not excited about it. They're not excited about it.
No, I think that was they should have took a lesson from Vanderbilt back in the day, but hey, what can you do?
Anyway, but we have we have two great guests, and here's the best thing about this guest to my left here is that she's up on the stage this time.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you up on the stage. I bet you're excited to be able to walk, too.
I am. I'm super excited.
And I heard back in the day she was a heck of a basketball player.
Yeah.
Just
what I understand. And that is Shonda Sparrow Lang. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And, you know, this would not be a game day show for the Maury County Public School System if we didn't have the big kahuna, the one and only Lisa Ventura. She's also with us. Welcome to the show, Lisa.
Well, thank you. I just want to know, where do we all fall tomorrow? Because I can speak
it's
for.
Not been good.
I know Sparrow Lang and I roll tide.
You and I.
Everybody's been an Alabama fan.
Everybody. Roll
okay.
Tide.
Just wanted to be sure. I'm among friends.
Yes,
the only two Tennessee people have been me and Keith Stacy.
That's right.
That's right.
For the whole show, guys.
Yeah,
the only Tennessee cats or Tennessee supporters, fans, were Chris Yao and Keith Stacy. Everybody else, Coach Golf,
they're the smart ones.
They were all Alabama.
That's why they're at Central.
That's right.
That's what scares me because I don't like going to Knoxville.
What's this junk about the Dixieland Delight song? That's not a Tennessee song. That's
no, Dixieland Delight is what they play at the Alabama game.
That's right. It's a song about Tennessee.
And I don't know. And and what's up about Rocky Top where they go up there and they murder 2 federal agents and throw them in the woods somewhere? I don't know.
Wearing
you know what I'm
clogs.
talking about? I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. Clean it up a little bit.
It's very simple. We don't trust the government.
Obviously not.
Well, roll tide. We're gonna definitely clean it up tomorrow.
That's exactly right.
We got to get our defense playing better. Our defense has to play better. We got to stop teams, get the ball back.
Exactly.
So Milroe and Ryan Williams and Jan Miller, they can do their thing, you see.
That's right.
I think, but I'm going to make one prediction. Big player for the Alabama Crimson Tide tomorrow is going to be Dippery, the tight end for Alabama.
Yes.
Is going to have a big game, okay?
He's going to come out tomorrow,
You can say that. You heard it first.
Cut out like we did with Spring Hill.
You heard it first.
When you called them winning.
The tight end for Alabama, Mr. Dippery, is going to have a big day in Knoxville. So,
well, I hope so.
Well, tell us what's going on. What's going on at Columbia Central?
Well, you know what? Now I'm back. My head is back in the game because I had to recuperate from that Vanderbilt and Alabama game. I was there, so the historical moment. And so you should have seen all of us
you
walking
actually
out
went to that game?
Absolutely. I didn't think I would see that type of historical thing happen, but of course, I was there, and I started to go down and fight when I seen them take the goalpost down. But hey, we were walking out like zombies, so I'm just recuperating from that.
Our station manager, I'm a butt in.
Was also there.
Was also there. Corey, Clayton Harris, and his 10-year-old boy were there, and of course his little boy's
did not take it well.
Grew up loving Alabama as much as Clayton loves Alabama, and he said they were leaving the stadium, and his little boy was just bawling his eyes out. And I said, "Oh, that must have been terrible." And Clayton looked at me and said, "Well, all these Vanderbilt co-eds started walking up to me and going, 'Are you okay? Are you okay?'" He goes, and I said, "Well, that was
turned
all
out
right.
well.
That's right. That was pretty good.
Right.
Pretty good outcome, wasn't it?" And Clayton's guy said, "Yeah, well, we made the best of it." But football is so crazy, and my father went to Vanderbilt, and I kind of grew up going to Vanderbilt sporting events, from basketball games to football games, and being disappointed time after time after time. But you know what? If there's one team in the SEC that probably needs a little bit of love,
absolutely.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm an Alabama fan. They beat us.
Yeah.
I mean, but if there's one school in the SEC that just needs a little bit of love, it's the Vanderbilt Commodores. They
deserve it.
They have a tendency to do things right academically with their student athletes, and they stick to those standards. And I feel as though, you know, if anybody needs that type of historic and that type of coverage, I mean, global.
And they received it.
That win was heard all over the world.
And they were just a better team that night.
That's
they played,
exactly it.
If it was a perfect game, Vanderbilt played it that night. Like they did everything right.
Anytime you give up 40 points, you're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Someday when I'm sitting in the nursing home, my doctor will be a Vandy grad, and we will relive that game.
And you can say, honey, I remember.
The attorney that's taking care of my estate, I hope, is a Vandy grad. And
there was
you know,
always
I mean,
what they say when we beat them twice when I played in the middle. You walk off the field and they'd say, "That's all right, that's okay. We'll be your boss one day."
That's right. That's exactly.
Do they
right.
have any NIL money coming in there, Drake? Do you know of?
Oh, you know,
they got a little bit.
Do you think Miss Ingram's giving any money to them?
Absolutely. I would say, if you're an SEC school, if you want to compete, just compete, not necessarily win, but to compete, you're going to have to get into the transfer portal. You're going to have to get into NIL money. And, you know, and I'm telling you what, I don't think it's going to be too long before it might already be in on the high school level, but it's not going to be too long before super high school players. Jared Curtis from Nashville Christian was at CA the other night. They were on TV.
Yep.
They were
I think you're right.
My 30.
We're going down slippery
I'm just
slope,
telling
but it's
you.
coming.
I'm just telling you that before too long, it's going to get down into the high school levels. Why? I mean, I don't see why not.
Yes.
And
I don't either.
They're recruiting, so and matter of fact, I just came because we just came back from fall break, but I went to go see one of my good friends' son play at Charlotte Christian in North Carolina, and we played against the #1, I guess, you know, all these positions, but I guess he was a tight end, safety, I don't know, from Providence Day in North Carolina. He's the #1 recruit in the country.
Was he
that
pretty
Tennessee
good?
has, Josh Sanders. So Tennessee got him. He committed to Tennessee.
Is he good?
Well, we got that NIL.
I mean, he was a
Yes.
man among boys. Like, I mean, just super huge. I think he was around almost 280 something.
They give him the ball. He just
6'8",
throw
and he's
kids
just
up
big.
like Derrick
He
Henry.
was just
Throwing
big.
them.
He was just big, and
Yes.
so I got a picture with him, and so I had to hug him. I said, "Now, you know I'm an Alabama fan." He was like, "But you're from Tennessee." I'm like, "I know that." I said, "But I'll root for you when you get to Tennessee." But yeah, so you know, no telling what.
Well,
that's right.
What they got.
He's
to
already
recruit.
been promised.
Absolutely,
That's right.
Absolutely.
Well, it is what it is. It's just a different era
Different
of
world.
sports now. It's because sports cycles, as we know, are 365 days a year. There's
Absolutely.
always sports that just blend into the next season of the next sport. So we have to get used to that. And we were talking with the first time I met Dave Hall.
Yes.
Who's your facilities director?
Yes.
And so. And from what I got, I didn't really talk to David, but I'd say we talked more sports than we did anything. But Dave's main job is to kind of oversee as projects get started, get them moving, how they're progressing.
Exactly. He works with a lot of contractors and subcontractors. You know, he's that liaison between the educational world and all of that operations, construction. He also deals with our safety and security measures. So he deals with prevention as far as alarms.
He helps with our alarms and all the physical building security when it comes to alarms and things of that nature. He's in fire inspections.
If somebody calls you, or if you're just curious, or Shonda calls you and she says, what's going on with the new soccer field or what's going on with the new baseball field? Then you say, well, I don't know. I call Dave and check on that. That's kind of how that communication works.
Absolutely.
And Dave is a super nice guy and a big sports guy. Obviously, he played in the NFL.
Yes.
So obviously, he knows what's going on.
He has an amazing, varied past.
Right. And so,
in the best way.
And so you could, and you being the big kahuna that you are, superintendent of schools here in Murray County, you just get on the horn, call Dave, and say, "Hey, Dave."
That's right.
Shauna just calls and the principal at Columbia Central wants to know what's going on.
That's correct.
With the baseball field, and he gives you an answer.
Absolutely.
Isn't that awesome?
It is awesome. It is awesome. For a district our size, we've got 660 square miles. We run 26 different facilities, and we're growing. So we constantly have contractors, subcontractors. There's construction going on. Right now, we are not building a new school, but we are building storage facilities and locker rooms and all of the athletic, as well as just operation of the plant. There's always a sewage issue or a plumbing issue, or like we said, a security issue, or the other day we had a fire alarm that just refused to go off. So
people think they have problems with their homes all the time.
That's right.
Just imagine trying to do
26 facilities
across Murray County.
That's
exactly It's like your house on steroids times 20.
Yes.
There's always something going on.
There is always something. The heat's on when the AC should be on.
Yeah.
The AC's on when the heat should be on. Like I said, fire alarms have a mind of their own. Everything is anything that's wired or affixed, Dave Hall is your man to ask about.
And so we were talking to Dave, and Shonda, you can jump in here. This is the last football game on this field.
Yeah, exactly.
Not on this field. Not on this field, but on this natural grass.
On this actual field.
Yeah.
The physical field.
The actual grass field.
Another historic moment. Yeah, that's what, and Porter was saying, like, if anybody want to come get the grass, you need to come get it, because come Monday, it's just like what she just said. It's just something new, something happening. So, looking at this, and the boys done played on it for 4 years, and then people in the stands. This has been years. Even I can remember coming over here, and this has always been Central football field. And then I was talking to Randolph earlier when we were out there, and I said, I just noticed a crown. I said, why is this crown? He was like, oh, it's with water, and I said, but it's gonna be flat when the turf come, right? He was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be, And so we were talking about graduation. I'm like, well, graduation, so it's just a historical moment. I mean, because we know that come Monday it won't be this way.
It'll be gone.
So
yeah, and I was telling the folks that might be watching us on streaming or listening to us on the radio, get out here tonight, because if you want to see the last game played on the natural turf,
that's right,
here at Lindsey Nelson
and
Stadium.
Honor these seniors on senior night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get out here tonight, watch this ball game, because in a few weeks, all this will be shaved down and taken off. They took off over 200 truckloads at Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
And so
it's going to be a lot of dirt. A lot of dirt.
And,
Trey, do we know when this field was opened up?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't remember the year, but I think I heard Ms. Hickman say on the radio show, on her Friday show, this has been maybe a year ago, that this was built by volunteers, possibly with help from the Kiwanis Club. I think for about $65,000 this was done way back in the day.
The bleachers set and everything.
The horseshoe and the
there were supposed to be bleachers
but it's
in the end
bleachers
zone.
back there, yeah. And if they ran out of money, they decided not to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great spot. It's a beautiful spot.
It's a beautiful field.
So if you ever want to finish that project, Lisa, feel free. I'm sure
there you go. We can put bleachers
We
everywhere.
need extra bleachers. Graduation is
So
coming up. I
noted.
need extra bleachers.
We put them extra bleachers. We might just try to get the state finals here.
That's
I mean,
exactly right.
I think we could put them in here.
It is a beautiful, beautiful stadium.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes.
And then a lot of people in Murray County and the surrounding counties, this stadium, this Murray County Park, the Columbia Central campus brings back some terrific, awesome memories from their childhood through all the way through their high school and their college years, from being at this spot growing up.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
you know, I mean, it's
And we're not tearing it down. We're just going to enhance it.
Absolutely.
just make it look better and make it more user friendly.
That's right.
I mean, right? I mean, but when the new sports turf goes on, there's going to be a lot of things from soccer to you name it. I mean, it's be a
Flag football.
multi-use field.
Yeah, and it won't get tore up like the grass is. I mean, that's one thing.
Yes.
But
Graduation and
multi-sports,
I mean,
you can't mess it up.
That's
You
right.
get out here when it's raining, as long as it's not lightning, and do all kinds of things on it.
Yes.
Because I remember our graduation was held in the gym because it had rained.
Yes, we had to do that last year.
But I
here.
knew, and this was, of course, 1981, back before electricity. But
I was one.
But it was in the gym. But I remember that afternoon getting over here to the gym before graduation, and the sun had come out. But they said that the field was just in too bad a shape to do it. But with the new turf, with the new turf. That's not going to happen.
About 30 minutes, you'll be all right.
Yes.
And that's exciting.
That's
And
right. Absolutely.
That's right.
I've already had my conversation with the good man above. We
Yeah.
already know.
We're
We
not
already
getting
got
no
May
rain no
12th
matter what.
planned. So, yeah, it's going to be nice and sunny.
Hey, Shonda, have you talked to him about tomorrow? Come on. Before you go to bed tonight.
Listen, I can't,
I
got to pick and choose. I can't be too choosy. I got to pick and choose. I can't be
And
too
this
choosy.
may not be the year.
Yeah, it may not.
everything.
It may not.
I've already said that my little dachshund Carl and I are going to be in the downward dog before we go to bed tonight. We're going to be saying our prayers in the downward dog, praying for Alabama victory.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely up in the air tomorrow. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I don't know what to expect. I don't think Tennessee fans know what to expect.
Nope.
They just
Nope, we're all just along for the ride.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good
The
one.
final score is going to be 27-23. Either way, I don't know who's going to win.
Right.
That's going to be the final score.
You think this loss would be the team?
You just
obviously one team's going to
put
lose.
it in the cup, shake it up, and dump it out.
Does it keep them out of the playoffs?
That's a great question. I don't know. I think if Tennessee was to go to Georgia and win and finish up 10-2, and they beat Vanderbilt at the end of the year, which by the way has become a decent win now.
Yes.
And speaking of the transfer portal, that quarterback came from New Mexico State.
Jerry Kill, baby.
He
Jerry Kill is the greatest football coach to ever walk the earth. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can argue about Nick Saban if you want to. Jerry Kill has done it everywhere with the. He will take yours and beat his. He's one of them. I'm telling you, he's fantastic.
It's all about the rings.
Dude is fantastic.
It's all about the rings. Ask Tom Brady. So
Jerry
all about the
Kill
rings.
is incredible. So congratulations to Clark Lee for grabbing Jerry Kill and Diogo Pavia back from New Mexico State.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Conference USA foes certainly say thank you as well because we don't have to deal with them.
No more.
Well, folks, we are about 15 minutes from kickoff here at Franklin County is at Columbia Central High School tonight. The last football game is going to be played on this beautiful natural grass turf out here because it's going to be all pulled up, putting in the sports turf after this. And if you're at home right now and you're listening to us, you still got time to load everybody up in the car, get down here to Lindsey Nelson Stadium, enjoy some great football tonight, throw a little light jacket on, maybe grab a little blanket.
There you go.
Grab a little throw
We
to
got
throw over your
football
legs.
weather for sure.
Absolutely.
And watch some great high school Region 5, right? We're in Region 5 right here tonight. Yeah, we'll make sure that Region 5 football. So don't miss your chance. Get on down here. 4-3 Lions against Franklin County tonight.
And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll make some picks. And
we're going to do some picks.
We got a couple games to pick tonight.
We're going to do Tennessee. We're going to do Mount Pleasant, East Hickman.
Yeah.
Columbia Central and Franklin County.
There you go.
Spring Hill's off.
We got a
Spring
couple.
Hill's off.
We got a couple others we might look
orange,
into.
We might have to do the orange and the crimson. You know what I'm
Might
talking
just
about?
have to indeed.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
He shoots, and he scores!
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Welcome back into Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. What's up, Chris Pointer? It's just standing over everybody. It's a little scary. I don't know what's going on. Oh man,
I just had a epiphany. We're in we're in Sundrop country, and I know Maury County Public Schools, they are the main sponsor of Game Day. But we need to talk to people at Sundrop and get them to work out a little co-sponsor.
Back when I was on
you know what I'm talking about?
103.7.
Because I love Sundrop.
They called me the Sundrop Kid. I swear, that's what they used to call me. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
My wife only lets me have about one of these every 2 weeks.
There you go. That's all you can have.
You need to get the ones in the long neck bottles that have got sugar, not high fructose corn syrup. And they taste good.
There you go.
That's some good stuff. All right, let's make some picks, folks. We got a couple high school games we want to get to. Number one, we'll talk East Hickman is down at Mount Pleasant tonight. This is going to be a massive, massive game in Region 5-2A. East Hickman 6-1, 4-0 in the region.
They're pretty good.
Mount Pleasant 5-2, 3-1 in the region. This could be for the number one spot.
Well, let's go to this. Let's go to the power ranking, man. He's already got this. He's already got this worked out, so we can judge our predictions off of his power rankings. Go ahead, Keith Stacy.
I totally agree that this is a huge game for both teams. East Hickman, according to CoachT.com, is the 8th ranked team in their classification
in the state.
In the state for that classification.
Good gracious!
Now I don't know what ranking system that is, but obviously I turned to Sonny Moore and looked everything up this afternoon. And as the visiting team, East Hickman comes in with a 7-point advantage
as a visitor. Wow. But that doesn't take into account does that take into account the 3-point edge as a home team?
It does not. So when you take that into account, you're looking at a 4 or 5 point East Hickman favor.
Which is,
less than a touchdown.
Yeah. Obviously in football, that's only that's a touchdown. It could go either way. About a bad turnover deep in somebody's territory or in your territory.
And more importantly than any rankings is the fact that East Hickman is 4-0 right now in the region. Mount Pleasant is 3-1. So Mount Pleasant win tonight puts them in a tie with East Hickman.
Okay.
For that Region 5-2A.
All right. Big game for Mount Pleasant Tigers tonight in Mount Pleasant against East Hickman. What about the Columbia Central game?
Who's going to win? Oh, we're going to get the whole thing first? All right, let's get the Columbia Central.
Okay.
Let's
do the power rankings.
Yeah, there we go. I like it.
All right. So the standings in Region 5-5A right now, Columbia is 2-2. Lawrence County is right behind them at 1-3. Columbia hosts tonight Franklin County, who is 0-7 on the year. So I feel like Columbia's going to win tonight. I'm not sure who Lawrence has tonight, but Columbia has Lincoln County next week, who is 4-0. 2 weeks, 4-0.
Yeah, they're good.
And
listen, Columbia Central locks up a playoff berth with a win tonight. They are in the playoffs no matter what.
Okay.
So
Lawrence County's got Shelbyville tonight.
Yeah, that's
That's a
and
loss.
it's a good, and it's
That's
a
loss. That's unfortunate for them.
So I think if you're Columbia, you don't want to be in a tie with Lawrence County.
Okay.
So, but I
Even
think
though you have
Shelbyville,
the head-to-head.
I think Shelbyville wins that game tonight against Lawrence County, taking away any doubt that
Okay.
they end up tied. Columbia wins tonight to go to 3-2 in the region. Tullahoma's right above them right now at 3-1, and Shelbyville at 3-0, probably 4-0 after tonight, and Lincoln County at 4-0.
Have you got anything on the UT Alabama game?
I have Vegas says that
I have good
Alabama's a
Vegas power ranking says
3-point favorite to Alabama, which
oh my God, makes me nervous as a cat.
I know.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
But Columbia is a 28-point favorite tonight, according to the power rankings.
Okay, you taking the points?
Yes, I'm taking
it. All right, so now that we know, let's start with East Hickman at Mount Pleasant, and we'll start with Eric Perryman.
This is a big game for Mount Pleasant. I'm going to say that because it's home and because they've got such a crowd down there this year, such a following this year. I'm not going to give a score because I'm not sure. It ain't raining.
That's going to help.
That helps a big time. I say Mount Pleasant wins. It's probably a touchdown either way. But I'm going to say Mount Pleasant has a little bit of an advantage at home tonight.
I agree with Eric on that one. I'm picking Mount Pleasant in a close game. The thing that does concern me is Mount Pleasant is coming off back-to-back losses, and they've only scored 12 points total in those 2 games. So they got to find some offense.
They're like
all about the rain,
balls.
though. All about the rain.
They need to find some offense.
The rain was killing them.
Okay.
Drake?
Mount Pleasant, 21-16 over East Hickman. And I'm going to take the Columbia Lions 28-6 tonight over Franklin County. That's the way I see it.
All right, guest pickers Dave Hall and Lisa Ventura. Dave, what you got in Mount
Pleasant? You got?
Well, I'd probably have to say I'd go with the home team.
Okay.
I don't know
Good
that
call.
much about Hickman County, but I know they got a good field down there, and they're hungry.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And I'm not going to put a score down. It's either a W or an L.
It's a W. It don't matter. Don't matter how big you win.
There you go.
I absolutely have to pick Mount Pleasant. If anybody's listening and heard me pick another team, I think I might be fired.
Yeah, well, we don't need to do that.
Emotionally, I think Mount Pleasant has to win, and they know it.
Okay, we've got
to get out of here, folks. Here on the Maury County Game Day Show.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.